I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
Imagine, after months of Yamaha developing a V4 engine, a sudden change has left the MotoGP paddock wondering again. Yamaha is once again testing an 850 cubic centimeters inline 4 engine. And the person entrusted with testing this engine's characteristics is no ordinary rider. Toprak Razgatlioglu is taking part directly in Valencia 2026. Even more surprising, this test is no ordinary test. Yamaha wants to see if the inline 4 configuration can deliver something that has been elusive from the V4 project: a more natural feel, more consistent traction, and more manageable power. Toprak immediately becomes the center of attention. If after a few laps, Toprak finds that the 850 cubic centimeters inline 4 engine better suits his braking and acceleration style, then Yamaha could face the biggest decision of their MotoGP project. Should they continue pushing the V4, or return to the inline 4 DNA? And here's the most interesting part: what exactly did Toprak discover in Valencia today? Has Yamaha just discovered its secret weapon for the 850 cubic centimeters era? Or is this test proving that the V4 is still the best option? The answer is starting to emerge from the data Toprak brought back from the Valencia track. And here's the full story. Big news is starting to shake up Yamaha's 2026 MotoGP project. After much attention was focused on the development of the V4 engine, Yamaha is now reportedly opening up a very surprising option: an 850 cubic centimeters inline 4 engine. And what makes this news even more interesting is that Toprak Razgatlioglu's name is once again in the spotlight. During testing in Valencia, Toprak reportedly had the opportunity to experience firsthand the characteristics of the 850 cubic centimeters inline 4 engine. If true, this test could be one of Yamaha's most important steps in determining the direction of their project for the new era of MotoGP. For some time now, Yamaha has been continuously pursuing engine performance improvements. The V4 has become a very serious project because Yamaha wants to achieve more competitive power, acceleration characteristics, and efficiency. However, the journey has not been as easy as imagined. Issues related to engine characteristics, engine braking, rear-wheel traction, and how power is delivered when exiting corners are all areas under constant evaluation. Yamaha needs a package that is not only fast on paper, but also can instill confidence in riders. And this is where Toprak's testing in Valencia becomes very interesting. Toprak is known as a rider who is very sensitive to changes in motorcycle characteristics. His aggressive braking style, ability to carry high speeds into corners, and how he utilizes tire grip make every comment and piece of data from Toprak crucial for Yamaha. When Toprak began testing the characteristics of the 850 cubic centimeters inline 4, a big question immediately arose. Was Yamaha trying to reclaim something they had abandoned? The inline 4 engine certainly has a different character than the V4. Power response, torque distribution, engine braking, and even the bike's balance can change significantly. Therefore, testing in Valencia wasn't just about getting lap times. Yamaha needed data. They wanted to know how this engine performed when combined with the latest chassis, aerodynamics, electronics, and tires used in the test. And most importantly, they wanted to hear directly what Toprak felt. If Toprak felt the inline 4 bike was easier to control, more stable under hard braking, and provided more consistent traction exiting corners, then Yamaha would have a strong reason to continue evaluating the concept. Of course, returning to the inline 4 doesn't mean the end of the V4 project. In fact, this test could be part of Yamaha's strategy to directly compare the two development directions. Yamaha can collect data from both the V4 and the inline 4, then see which configuration offers the greatest potential for MotoGP competition. This is what makes Toprak's role even more important. A rider like Toprak doesn't just provide lap times. He can explain the bike's characteristics in detail. Is the bike too wild when opening the throttle? Does the rear wheel easily lose grip? Is the bike difficult to stop? Is the power too aggressive or not powerful enough? All of this information can provide clues for Yamaha's engineers. Valencia is also a very interesting place for evaluation, because the track's characteristics allow riders to test various aspects of the bike. There are hard braking, changes of direction, fast corners, and sections that require strong acceleration. In other words, if an engine has weaknesses, Valencia can help expose them. And if Yamaha's 850 cubic centimeters inline 4 proves positive, it's not impossible that the results of this test will change Yamaha's future development strategy. Imagine if, after trying both the V4 and the inline 4, Toprak found that the inline 4 engine provided a feeling that better suited his riding style. That would be a huge discovery. But Yamaha certainly won't make a decision based on just one test session. They need more data, more laps, and objective comparisons. Lap times are important, but consistency, tire wear, engine temperature, traction, and bike stability in race simulations are far more important. Therefore, today's test must be seen as part of a long process. What's clear is that Yamaha now has one big question in front of them. Does the future truly lie in the V4, or does the 850 cubic centimeters inline 4 still have some unfinished business? Toprak is now one of the people helping Yamaha answer that question. And if the Valencia data shows that the 850 cubic centimeters inline 4 is capable of making a big difference, then Yamaha's project could enter a new, completely unexpected chapter. It's not just about choosing a V4 or an inline 4. It's about finding the engine that's capable of Yamaha is back at the forefront of MotoGP. And when Toprak takes to the Valencia track to test the engine's characteristics, all eyes will be on one thing. What will he say when he emerges from the garage? If his comments are positive, Yamaha may have just found a great alternative. However, if Toprak instead asks Yamaha to further refine the V4, then Yamaha's development direction will become clearer. One thing is for sure, the 2026 Valencia test opens up a major question that will continue to be a hot topic. Yamaha V4 or Yamaha 850 cubic centimeters inline 4? The answer is likely being shaped by the data Toprak collects at the Valencia track. And it could be from this test that Yamaha's major decisions for the future of MotoGP finally begin to emerge.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.